Welcome to CARTES SECURE CONNEXIONS 2014. This year's overriding theme is Users on the Move. 450 exhibitors will present tomorrow's innovations to about 20,000 visitors from 140 countries. But before that, the organisers served up a couple of tasty hors d'oeuvres. This is a salvagram in the centre of Paris, and inside here is a tech playground where there are examples of tomorrow's technology and connected services. CART delegates are being allowed to play with all sorts of connected technologies, from Google Glass to Leap Motion. But that's not all that was happening at the salvagram. The venue also played host to this sector's big awards ceremony. The SESAMES Awards recognises the most innovative solutions in the fields of smart cards, digital security and contactless technology. One of the key moments in the consumer journey is actually paying for the goods that you want to buy. And this is where new developments in mobile point of sale come into their own.
We've been extremely successful since the launch of Spire 3 years ago. We had a compound annual growth rate of more than 25% in the past 3 years. With the launching of these new products, we think we're going to double our size in 2015 and continue the growth of the company in the next years.
At the show today, we are launching 2 brand new MPOS products aimed specifically at different markets. You have some card acceptance points, such as taxis, that need a certain type of product. But then again, mobile now is going into more of the traditional payment space to be used in small retail outlets and potentially in large retail outlets, Tier 1 and Tier 2.
There is not one acquirer that is not thinking of implementing MPOS, and that's also the same for the big retailers. The major retailers are all experiencing projects around MPOS as an add-on to their checkout lane.
Taking this technology into larger retail stores is still very young. It's only just starting. But I would say in 5 years' time, rather than queuing at checkouts, you will probably be paying on the floor with an MPOS device.
You know those 3 numbers that are on the back of your credit card that every time you shop online you keep being asked for? Well, they're about to get a whole lot more sophisticated.
We wanted to find a product for card not present transactions you make on the internet. We wanted to help banks fight this growing fraud, and we wanted to develop something which is easy to use by everyone. So we developed a product which is the usual card with all the elements that you use every day for online transactions, and the famous security code on the back that you insert on the internet. We replaced the little white square usually that you find on the back of the card with a mini screen in the middle of the card. In the plastic, you've got a thin battery, you've got electronics, and it sends instruction to this screen to display a code that changes automatically every hour. So they feel that something is happening to protect them, but for them the user experience is really similar to what they do today. We see a bright future. We'll launch a few pilots at the end of this year, Q1 next year. We'll be up and running in production around April next year, ready for volumes, and for sure we anticipate a high demand for this product.
Merci. Security comes in many shapes and sizes. So from dynamic codes on the back of your credit card to the mysterious world of cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity is quite a problem, and as the hackers become more proficient, our opportunities become greater as a company. I'm sure that the best hackers could be brilliant business people, and why they do what they do, I don't know, but many of these people are geniuses. Our main approach is strong authentication, and so what we provide is a family of products that provide a one-time password that changes with time, security such as digital certificates, digital signatures that ensure that a transaction has not been compromised.
Many of the 450 exhibitors at CART 2014 are involved in e-government, one of the main themes of this year's show. I'm off now to find out a little bit more from one of them.
E-government means that you have the challenge to authenticate in the real world and in the virtual world. So new ID cards have to be secure in both worlds. That's the big issue we have. We think, and I think this is proven, you can compromise every kind of software, but you have to have some secure hardware inside your phone, inside your ID, inside your passport.
With both Apple and Samsung making key announcements recently, biometrics is the key topic on everyone's lips.
Biometrics certainly have an impact on this industry. Consumers suddenly use biometrics on their iPhone. Samsung has followed with that, and it's not going to go away. We will talk more biometrics. At the moment, the industry survey we do predicts everything will be around the mobile and secure transactions. Government applications is where we've seen biometrics initially with the border applications, passports, and so they have a good understanding of biometrics. So to move from that into the digital world is a natural path for them to go, and they need to deliver more secure and better services to the citizens. Data protection and vulnerabilities need to be addressed, a topic very close to the heart of the Biometrics Institute, but there's lots of misconceptions as well. You want a good dialogue and a good discussion and bring these industries together. Card manufacturers, cards industry needs to look at biometrics. There's no way around it.
As this year's CARTES SECURE Connexions draws to a close, we caught up with Michael Weathersea, Director of ComExposium, to get his views on how the show has gone.
We've been very pleased with the result, particularly because we've been going around talking to our exhibitors, and we're getting some very positive feedback in terms of the visitors that they've been getting. Very optimistic for the future. So 17th to the 19th of November 2015. What is exciting about this industry is that it's moving so fast. Trying to actually anticipate what's going to happen next year, in 2 years' time, is challenging, to say the least. But that's what makes this so exciting and so passionate.
So that's what the organisers think. What about the exhibitors?
We see CARTES as the key show of the year, and we have to have a presence here.
We've just been blown away, genuinely. The level of interest we've had, the visitors we've had to the stand, the way the show's worked for us has just been fantastic.
This is the first time that I'm attending, so I'm really impressed by the amount of people here from all sorts of regions of the world.
It's always overwhelming how big it is, but it's great to see familiar faces but also meet a lot of new faces, so I'm glad I came.
So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Another hugely successful CARTES SECURE Connexions. Deals done, products launched, contacts made. We hope you've had a really productive show this year, and we look forward to seeing you this time next year.